Hey everyone, it's Wendy. I am making a cheesecake in my quick cooker to have for dessert tomorrow. I like to make cheesecake the day before because it usually has to set. First it has to cool, and then it has to set in the refrigerator for a few hours before you cut it. So I'm taking care of that today so we can enjoy it tomorrow. But I'm using my quick cooker. So this is a springform pan that goes with our quick cooker. And I've already mixed up my graham cracker crust. So this is just 3/4 of a cup of graham crackers, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 2 tablespoons of sugar, granulated sugar. Although you could probably use brown sugar too if you wanted that flavor. And I mixed it all up in here because why would I work any harder, right? So I'm just going to press this into the bottom of the springform pan. And then I could just take all of this and dump it right in. And then I'm going to just press this right down into the bottom. And I'll show you in one sec. And I don't really go up the edges. I just want to make sure that I cover the edge of the springform pan. You know what I'm talking about, right? So that when you go to release it, that you and when it's baking, you don't have any oozing into that bottom seam where the bottom meets the sides. All right. So here's my crust, and it's not real cohesive. So you know, you just want to be very gentle with it. If you do press too hard, then it's going to you're going to make dents in it. Okay, so just go easy on it, but it comes out perfect, I promise you, if you just kind of spread it out and just press it in to make a crust in the bottom. All right, so let's make the filling. This is just your standard cheesecake filling, whether you bake this in the oven or you bake this in the quick cooker. It's 2 blocks of softened cream cheese and 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 eggs. And yes, I do live on the edge. But you could crack them in a prep bowl if you prefer. And let me just rinse my hands off from that so I don't get it all over the rest of my kitchen. Okay, and then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. If you're baking this in the oven, I don't know if you really need the cornstarch or not. Sometimes these recipes have flour in them. This is just 1 tablespoon. And of course, that's my 1/2 tablespoon, so I need 2 of these. All right. And it's a teaspoon of vanilla. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Merry Christmas to you. I'm using the double strength vanilla, so I only need 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you're using regular vanilla from the store, you will need the full teaspoon. And you could swap out whatever extract you want. You could use almond if you want, or rum, or I actually thought if you wanted to, you could use the same recipe and just do a spice cheesecake if you wanted. Add a little pumpkin pie spice to it. You know, you could do different variations. This is the basic recipe. All right, and we're going to mix this up. And this is actually a little bit easier if you use your hand mixer. But you can just do it in a bowl. And once you get that cream cheese going, then it's not so difficult to mix. But you do want to get it pretty smooth and creamy, because otherwise you could end up with little lumps of cream cheese in there. And I'm just using, this recipe does come with the quick cooker, so if you have this product, the recipe is in the cookbook that came with it. There's a strawberry sauce that you can make to go on top, but I would be perfectly honest with you, this cheesecake is so yummy without the sauce that I usually don't even bother, because half the time we forget to put the sauce on it. You could serve it with a little bit of caramel if you wanted to. You probably could do a Oreo cookie variation on this if you wanted. Just crush up a few Oreo cookies, add them to the batter, and mix it in before you put it into your quick cooker. or you could do a chocolate version if you wanted and just melt some chocolate and mix it in. So a whole bunch of different things you could do with this. Top it with, hi Erica, good to see you. All right, so here's my mix. I just have a little bit of, let's get that mixed in. A little bit of extra cream cheese. And mix that in too. We don't want to waste any of it, right? We want it all to go into our springform pan. All right, and we'll just pour that in. And then I'll show you how to set this up in the quick cooker. So I already have the rack in my quick cooker. I will show you in just a sec. And 1 cup of water. Don't forget to put the water in the bottom. You definitely need it, because if you don't put it in there, then you don't get the steam and there's no pressure. And I'll show you how to protect your cheesecake so it doesn't get soggy because you are using a pressure cooker. Okay, so this goes in the springform pan. Your pan sits in this little cradle. Good morning, Kelly. This just sits in here like that. And because you want the handles so that you can take this in and out of your quick cooker. And then you just want to take a piece of foil and cover the top of your cheesecake with a little foil. And that will keep it from the water, from the steam, from settling on your cheesecake and making it watery and soggy. You definitely don't want that. So just press this around the edges. It is kind of loose. It's okay that way. You just really are trying to keep the water off of the top of the cheesecake. Okay, so as promised, here's my rack. The rack comes with the quick cooker. You can see that there's water in the bottom. And all you do is just, let me back this up so you can see. You just take the rack by the handles. You just sit this right into your quick cooker, right on top of the rack. Fold the handles down. And you can see how it looks like there. And then all you do is just put the lid on. You notice that I have my blue silicone ring here because I make a lot of chili and savory foods in my quick cooker. And when you do that, sometimes the silicone ring starts to smell. So I put the blue one on the side, and I use that one just for desserts because it kind of reminds me of frosting, that blue color. So I always think sweets when I look at it. So lock your lid, make sure the steam valve is closed. The quick cooker has a dessert setting. It's all the way down here. So you just turn the knob till you scroll all the way through. You're going to leave it on for the full 40 minutes and just press start. So this is so easy. You know when it's done because the quick cooker is going to stop. It's going to beep at you. You just let it sit in here for a couple of minutes and let the steam naturally release. And then you take it out, let it cool for a little while on your stovetop, and then put it in the refrigerator. And I think it takes 3 hours. But like I said, I'm not serving it until tomorrow. So don't put it hot into your refrigerator because that might cause it to crack. If you go slow with it, this cheesecake will never crack, making it in the quick cooker. And you won't get that, it won't be dried out on the outside and still raw on the inside. I swear to you, it comes out perfect. It's creamy, it's light and fluffy every single time you make it like this in the quick cooker. So if you have mastered the technique of making cheesecake in the oven, then that's great because maybe you could teach me how to do it because mine is always either too well done on the outside and not done on the inside. So anyway, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas if you're celebrating whatever your celebration might be there this year. And even if you're not, I hope that you get a nice long weekend to kick back and relax. And I will talk to all of you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.